Good evening, Douglas County and South Fulton. This is Jeremiah, a resident of the West Atlanta metropolitan area. I am a civil engineer, and this is not like your typical YouTube channel where it's like, hey, some entertainment or some kind of hobby how to. Folks, I'm trying to hit on something that impacts your wealth, your mental health, your physical health, the time we spend in transit. I'm talking about transportation, okay? It's a big deal. When you stop and think about it, there's more to the quality of your life than leather seats in a Beamer. Okay, it's the congestion that we're dealing with. And take a look at the video I just did on Campbellton Fairburn Road, where we cross Fulton Industrial and Camp Creek. And man, we need some. There's easy solutions, guys. That's what easy does at transportation. So look, today we're talking about Fairburn Road on this video. Please take a look at the Campbellton Road, but this is the Fairburn Road video. And this is Fairburn Road in the southern part of or the southern part of Fairburn Road here in Douglas County. Okay, so to get our bearings, let's get our bearings, folks. This is Atlanta. I always highlight the MARTA lines, 285, I-20. Okay, what we got here, this is Chapel Hill Road coming down here like this. And this is Highway 92. Can you see that? Highway 92 coming in from the north, Hiram, coming down Douglasville, Highway 92. This is Fairburn Road down here, okay? Fairburn Road. We want to talk about Fairburn Road today. And, this crosses down here at Fulton Industrial, comes on down, crosses Camp Creek. Down here's the Manheim auto sale. So let's turn on the aerial again just to get our bearings on some of this stuff. Let's see. Bing. All right, yeah. So here we go. This is the big, car. Guys, that's how big it is. You got to get on the aerial maps every now and again. Check this out. We spend too much time on the highways to not be understanding our roadways. All right, guys, just stick with me on this, okay? Get a Google Earth, download it, look at it. All these white box tops, trucks, 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 trucks. I cannot overemphasize the number of trucks in this area. All right, so we come if you come in from the east on Campbellton Road, then you know what it's like to get backed up at Camp Creek, and then you got to go through it again over here at Fulton Industrial, and then you get through that, and you go through it again in Douglas County. Now the thing is, Douglas County's got 4 lanes, right? You see them? 4 lanes. Yep, Douglas County's got 4 lanes. So why the congestion? Listen, left-hand turns are congesting moves, all right? So there's a couple of left-hand turns I want to evaluate, and then I want to take a look briefly at this little Riverside Drive, Mount Vernon Road. Okay, so the problem is not this 166. We got a fairly big intersection here, but this left-hand this left-hand lane does not really queue up. Again, you can kind of tell just by looking at the black marks on the road where oil drips and just kind of where most of your usage is at, right? And the left-hand turn lane just doesn't get backed up. Like take a look at this, this left-hand turn lane could probably be longer, but I mean you can see how much it's, these black marks on the road. All right, it's not the issue. The issue is the through traffic, okay? People go through here and they're still congested right on the other side of this intersection. It's not the left-hand turn. All right, and this is a fairly long left-hand turn lane. I would make it longer. I'd knock out this median. I'd make it longer. Okay. Uh, and you come down here and you get impacted by Riverside Drive. Guys, this is not an up-to-date photo. We need an up-to-date photo. Let's see if we get another photo in there so you guys know what we're talking about. Let's see. Okay, that looks a little better. This is that gas station that's been built and not come online. Like, who's got that kind of money to do that? Just sitting around doing nothing. But over here is a big apartment community. Okay, this is a Riverside Drive coming in here. Now, this does not have as good of images for the roadways, so I'm going to go back to Bing. Okay. All right. So this is Riverside Drive. But look, we got plenty of capacity turning right onto Riverside Drive, 2-lane road. And it's going to dump out here onto Fairburn Road. Okay. That adds to a little bit of the problem, but not entirely, because actually you can see this lane here gets a lot of traffic because a lot of people are trying to go through. Okay. They go through that lane. Okay. Now, what happens here is that this left-hand turn lane is not long enough. This left-hand turn lane actually backs out into the roadway. Oh my goodness. Does our black line indicator, does that tell us? Let me turn off that pink highlighter there for a minute. You can kind of see, look at that. You see the clear black delineation here on the right-hand lane going north on Fairburn. You can also see it's plain here on this second on the interior lane. But when you get to the turning lane, all that black marking goes over into the turning lane. And look, suddenly it's not nearly as dark. Look at that. Okay, just a side note here, guys. When you're measuring the usage of your road in terms of black marks on the road, you're probably not getting paved enough. Okay, just saying. I mean, the roads need paved. All right, now look at this, Anawakee. All right, look how dark this is. Man, there's a lot of left-hand movements on the Anawakee. Okay, Anawakee is a heavy-duty road. So let's not evaluate our road usage by black lines in the lanes from the aerial imagery. I'm gonna turn this back on. This is what I'm telling you is our problem, and let's take a look at some numbers. All right, let's take a look at some data. All right, what I've just let's see what I'm putting on the screen now is going to be AADT, average annual daily traffic, all right? And what you can see from here is that this is 166. Out here, we're carrying 11,500 vehicles. And there's a high school right here, okay? This is Anawakee. It goes down to Chapel Hill. It's carrying 9,700. That's pretty close to 166. It carries a lot of traffic, okay? Anawakee, when you think about this, Fairburn Road, you could turn left here on 166, or you could turn left onto Anawakee. They both intercept. They both will come down and eventually intercept Chapel Hill. But when you look at those numbers, Anawakee's carrying a heavy-duty load. All right? Now, here's the other thing I want you guys to understand about Fairburn Road. Look at this number, 30,000, okay? Look at that number. That's 30,000 vehicle movements per day. Plus, mind you, let me reiterate to you. This is a truck-centric area, okay? There's a lot of trucks. Now, thankfully, Fairburn Road doesn't have that many trucks. It doesn't have as many as like Fulton Industrial. There's still a lot of trucks. In fact, a lot of your Anaheim trucks go north to get on 20. That's a fact. But I just want to show you this one point real quick, and then we'll end this video. 30,000 vehicles. Let's compare Fairburn Road to some other roads in the metro area that you may be familiar with. Let's go up to Cobb County. Let's go on up to Cobb County, and everybody's favorite. Look at this big jungle up here, the Battery, right? Okay, right in front of the Battery, we have Cobb Parkway, okay? Cobb Parkway does not carry as much traffic as Fairburn Road. All right. This is Windy Hill right here. It's carrying more. All right. This is Atlanta Road, carrying the same amount. Atlanta Road, carrying the same amount as Fairburn Road. And South Cobb Drive. This is South Cobb Drive, carrying a comparable amount until you get down here towards Austell Road. Let's see. Let me turn on the other. Let me make sure I'm. Guys, I don't want to get confused. I know I'm the expert and everything, not really tongue in cheek. All right. Austell Road's carrying, look at that, 35 grand. Wow. All right, South Cobb Drive is here. Okay, 30,000. Okay, Atlanta Road in Cobb County, 25,000. Okay, Cobb Parkway. Look, Fairburn Road in Douglas County is doing more traffic than Cobb Parkway at Windy Hill. Okay, look, all right, let me show you one more time. All right, let me show you. Yeah, okay, this is Cobb Parkway at Windy Hill. That does not look like Fairburn Road at Fulton Industrial. Nothing close. Look at that intersection. See, guys, your capacity in the roadways is all about the intersections, okay? It's all about the intersections. It's not the laneage, it's the intersections. There's a lot of capacity in this intersection. You let this light go and it dumps a bunch of traffic one way or the other. All right. Now let's go look at another location that we may be familiar with, and that's up here at Roswell Road. Check out Roswell Road. 30,000 cars. That's Fairburn Road, guys. That's Fairburn Road. Now they got 33,000. That's a good point on trip generation. Up here's 29,000. Right down here's 30,000. And you got an extra 3,000 cars. Why? Trip generation. Right up here is what's the store everybody likes? Trader Joe's. Yeah, I think Trader Joe's is right. Yeah, I think it's right here. I think this is Trader Joe's right here. Okay. And a really nice ice skating place right here. All right. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That's the story on our on Fairburn Road. I want you to just kind of digest that. I want you to think about that. This 30,000, 25,000, 30,000, guys, that is serious, serious, serious traffic. Plus, there's truck traffic. And we got two lanes, and we got these little short right-hand queuing lanes, which backs up this lane, guys. We just look at our intersections. Okay, there's a lot of capacity we've done. Hey, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and share this information, and keep coming back. Learning more about our transportation, because look, we spend a lot of our time and a lot of our money in these cars on these roads, and it's our problem to fix. Atlanta can be a better place, but we need better transportation. Thanks for watching.